Welcome to iHollywood TV. It's Noah Wilson, and today's guest is on a mission to give people their perfect day as she is out spreading love and kindness to all that she meets. Her new series is titled My Perfect Day, streaming now on Very Local. Let's watch a clip.
We kind of took a peek at your wish list.
No way.
Yes, and our friends at Chewy have a whole bunch of goodies for you here.
That's amazing.
But they also fulfilled your wish list.
Oh my God.
That's amazing. It's huge. I mean, we all know the power of Chewy, and we're very appreciative of their gift. Anytime they're going to help us out, we're going to happily take it. We need stuff on a daily basis, and I heard they're going to do something off the entire list, so that's huge.
I know this is your perfect day, and part of your perfect day, I thought, would be helping others and doing something for the shelter.
That is
Absolutely
amazing.
They deserve everything that's in here, and then some. And this will also give everybody an idea of the kind of donations they need on a regular basis.
Erin, it was so awesome to meet you, and I hope all these goodies from Chewy help these amazing animals and all the work you're doing.
Will.
Please welcome Editor-in-Chief at Women's Day magazine, my friend Meaghan B. Murphy. Hey, Meaghan.
Yay, Noah, I am so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
It is so nice to have you back on the show. By the way, before we talk about the new show that you have, tell me, how is it like to have the title of Editor-in-Chief for Women's Day magazine? I mean, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I've been a magazine editor for almost 30 years, which is really scary because I know I look 18. Yes, just a gray. And it's really been so fun. I mean, I've come up through Teen People magazine, Self magazine, Cosmopolitan, Good Housekeeping, and I've been the editor-in-chief of Women's Day now for 4 years. My dog hears me talking and won't leave me alone. So Dempsey wants his perfect day.
He wants his fame. That's right, you know. Oh, my goodness. Now, Meaghan, you have worked, as you mentioned, for multiple magazine companies in the past. Has working for a magazine company been something that you've always wanted to do?
You know, it's funny. I give career advice quite a bit, and I never had the goal of like being an editor-in-chief. I've always just kind of chased what excited me because I knew that if I was passionate and I cared a whole lot, I would be successful. And so for me, it's kind of ironic. Like when I was a teenager, I was working at YM Magazine for teens. I was the founder of Teen People magazine. I was a host on MTV. And then in sort of my swinging single Sex and the City years, I was an editor at Cosmopolitan. So the passion, mirrored the work. And then I went on to Self magazine during my self-formative years. That's when I got engaged and got married and had my 3 kids.
Oh.
And like the second I was ready to move to the suburbs, no coincidence, I wound up becoming the executive editor of Good Housekeeping. So it was like The Fence, the dishwasher, and The House in the Burbs, Good Housekeeping magazine, obviously. And then I've been the the editor-in-chief of Women's Day now for 4 years. And really the mission of the magazine, it's to find the yay in every day. And that's really where I'm at in my life. So my work always sort of reflects what I care about in real life.
Well, I must say Women's Day magazine is really lucky to have you. You are just so positive. And I think the first time that I had you on the show, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to have you back on again because you really brighten people's day, Meaghan. You really do.
I appreciate it. And like the thing I like to say is I wrote a book called Your Fully Charged Life, which is basically like a happiness handbook. And what I like to say to people is that I'm not naturally happy, right? I train to live this way. The same way I work out in the gym so that I can lift heavier weights. I train to live with optimism and positivity and to prioritize joy because it just feels better to live this way.
Yeah.
And it's possible for everyone. There are simple strategies that can help you live this way.
Absolutely. And now let's talk about the series that you have, My Perfect Day. How did the idea come about for the series? As the first 3 episodes, they're now streaming on Very Local. I watched them this past weekend. I binge watched the 3 episodes. Can't wait for episode 4. But it's a free streaming platform, you guys. So, anyone can watch.
Yes. So I the irony is my degree's in acting. So I was an actress. I was a host on MTV in the 90s. I did commercials and off Broadway. So like my background is actually not necessarily writing and editing. It was acting.
Hmm.
Uh, and been on a Today Show regular for 20 years and a regular on Live with Kelly, and it was Regis, and then it was,
Yes.
all the things.
I
Now it's
love
my,
that show. It's my
um,
favorite. I actually recorded you when I was younger because I would record all the episodes and I would see you on there with Regis.
I loved working with Regis, and I that's one of I love Gelman, and it's been such a joy
Yes.
to be able to be on Live with so many years. Um, but so I love being on camera. I love doing television. That is absolutely just like a huge piece of what I love to do. And I had this idea of bringing some of the joy and celebration of Women's Day to life in a series, and I pitched something called Yay Day, which morphed into My Perfect Day. But it was this chance to take somebody who was super deserving, and give them a perfect day, to like shine a spotlight on them and treat them to just a really special day. And you've seen three of the episodes of My Perfect Day. Everybody's really different. The first episode is a man who dedicated to himself and his entire life to helping the unhoused.
Hmm.
Truly the most selfless man I've ever met in my entire life. I have never been so inspired and encouraged by anyone but beyond Carwo. He is just a light in this world, and it was such a treat to be able to help him and support his mission. The second episode is a delightful man named Chris, who is a Special Olympian Hall of Fame,
Hmm.
and to get to surprise him, help let him meet his idol. That was also just incredible. The third episode is more of a tearjerker. My
Mm.
mom is a two-time breast cancer survivor. I lost my father to pancreatic cancer.
Mm.
I had a preventative double mastectomy because I have a genetic variation. We help a woman who has battled and is battling a breast cancer, whose husband passed right after we filmed,
Mm.
from complications from Alzheimer's and dementia, whose daughter was in a mental facility. So like really been through it all. And to give her this chance to put on her oxygen mask first and realize that self-care isn't selfish, it is necessary. And we filmed that back in December. When I went back to Kansas City to do press for the show, I had dinner with her and her cousin who
Oh,
nominated her. And like we made an impact. She's a different person. Like we taught her that, you know what, it's okay to wear jeans that fit and to shop because you've lost weight from chemo, and to do your hair and to put on
yeah.
lipstick. And she is a different person and is so filled with hope and joy. And I just can't believe we got to do that.
She is the best. She was one of my favorites. All of them so far have been, but I really, really loved her story. And I think new episodes they release every Thursday, right?
So every Thursday on Very Local, it took my mom a while to figure out how to stream, but right? Like it is simple. You can download the Very Local app on your smartphone, or you can download the Very Local app on your connected TV. So like Apple TV, Vizio,
Roku.
Roku, all the things. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's funny, but like so some of my audience is older generation who has had a little trouble finding it, but I
Right.
swear it's super easy. It's totally free. And the episodes are, 30 minutes. And it's the kind of show, My Perfect Day is the kind of show that you can watch with your kids. You can watch with the entire family. It is for everyone. It's multi-generational. It's really wholesome. It's going to leave you feeling uplifted and hopeful and just excited. And for my kids, I'm like, oh, it's inspired them to want to do more good in
Oh.
our community and to give back. And that's really that felt good for me. So this week, if you're an animal lover, you will not want to miss this next episode. We do some really fabulous work in some animal shelters.
Oh.
I almost took a puppy home. I was just smitten. It's a really special episode. We're also going to celebrate in upcoming episodes a 10-year-old girl, and a mom who has, been through unthinkable tragedy, and her reaction to her perfect day at the end of the episode is maybe one of my favorite moments. I have to tell you, Noah, working on this project and being a part of this show, I've done a lot of jobs over the years, and I've never felt so fulfilled, so satisfied,
Oh.
and so excited, right? Like my passion, my purpose, everything feels so aligned with the show and my perfect day. And I'm just excited for people to watch it. And I hope we get a season 2.
Oh my goodness, I hope a season 2, a season 3, a season 4. I mean, we can go up to season 4, yeah. Or even more, Oh, that just kind of rhymed, didn't it? I mean, it's really, really good. And I mean, if you're sad and you need to be put in a good mood, watch this show. It'll make you a lot happier. Turn off the news and watch My Perfect Day. It'll make you feel good, and you'll have a great day too. But doing a random, doing all these random acts of kindness, Meaghan, and making someone else feel good. How does it actually make you feel after a day of filming the series?
I mean, so the first, like, it's very, very emotional.
Yeah.
Like when I'm about to knock on someone's door, like and surprise them because they're legitimately surprised. Like their friends and family are completely in the loop. So it's like cousins, spouses, kids that nominate the person. They don't know. They really don't know. So like I feel like this combination of Santa Claus, fairy godmother, I feel like I'm gonna burst. My heart is in my throat when I'm knocking on the door, and you get one take because it's the real surprise. Sometimes you can kind of hear me like
Yeah.
like I'm like
You
I'm on
get the
verge of, like,
jitters, but like
yes,
good jitters, like,
the
but yeah.
it is the most magical. Like it feels so good to do good, and that's the thing I try to tell people. Like if you are in a slump and you're struggling, step outside of yourself. How can you help others? At a low point in my life, I just volunteered with the unhoused, and it snapped me out of my own funk because I realized like it's not just about me. We're on this planet together, and when you start to be a part of the community and give back and recognize and acknowledge and support the people around you, everything gets easier.
I agree completely, 100%. And what has this series, Meaghan, taught you that you hope it will actually, teach other viewers as well when they watch?
I think the biggest thing is that sometimes people just need to be seen. And being seen is really like the catalyst for major change. I saw that with the unhoused in the first episode. Some of the men that Carwu were helping, they just needed someone to say you matter. And so who is that person in your life that needs to hear those words? You matter, right? Like, I think if we could all just sort of look around and be like, how can we be a catalyst for change for someone else? Because it is simply sometimes, even at the cash register or at Starbucks with the barista, making eye contact, recognizing somebody else's humanity and allowing them to feel seen, right? Because we have a loneliness epidemic in this country, and a big part of solving that and making people happier and more joyful is just acknowledging their existence.
And by the way, Meaghan, one thing that I love that you say, and you say it often, is yay. Yay to you, yay to me, yay to everyone watching. But Meaghan, tell me what yay means to you and why it brings out the best in you and why we should start and end every day with yay.
So it's funny, as a kid, I took karate. And when you take karate
I
as a
did
kid,
too.
yeah. Well, so do you remember? This is so funny, but like remember learning how to use your voice. The first time you learn to yeah and use your voice and find like, and it's almost like yay is that for me.
Yeah.
It gives me a voice, and it serves as a bit of a mantra. It's like this reminder that I want to punctuate every day with yay. So it's sort of like yay, yay, yay. It's like the kia that I had in karate as a kid.
I love that. That's brilliant, you genius, you Meaghan B. Murphy.
I should be a self-help author.
That's right. You can be it all, Meaghan. That's right. Anyway, Meaghan, what has been some of the feedback now that you have received since the show has premiered? I mean, I really hope this brightens up everyone's day when they watch the show, because as we have discussed, it really makes you feel good.
I'm very, very much overwhelmed because the really cool part is there's also a feature in Woman's Day magazine that coincides with the show. So not only do these amazing people get to have their television moment, they also get a big fat magazine feature. So it's just like this double whammy of excitement and happiness. And everyone who's been a part of the show has just walked away with such excitement and like motivation to just like go forward with more awesomeness and more energy. I got the most beautiful note from Carwoo, who's from the first episode. And he just was so thankful for, we gave him a big fat gift. We gave him a big check. You'll have to watch to find out what it was for and how much. But even beyond that big fat check, he said the memories that we gave him with his guys are truly priceless. And, he just keeps replaying it. He watched his episode 10 times. Carla, whose episode aired last week, she had a giant watch party with all her friends and family, and they were cheering and crying. And, because we film, this is the way television works. We filmed in December, March, February, and now it's airing
all through the year.
December. Yeah. So it's just so fun for them to kind of go back and relive some of these moments. But the reaction's been so positive.
I love that. That really makes me feel warm inside. And by the way, aside from the show, let's talk about the merch. That's right, the merch that Meaghan has out. It's Minnie Rose and Meaghan B. Murphy. You have a sweater line that is inspired by your book, Your Fully Charged Life. Tell us about it and why you wanted to have your line of apparel, because I think it's amazing.
Well, it was funny. So I was filming the show and I was like, what am I gonna wear? Like, what do you wear on a and I really wanted something that felt like that was uniquely me. I didn't want to like go to the mall and have wardrobe. Like I really wanted something that felt uniquely me. So I partnered with Minnie Rose, which was like a premium, beautiful cashmere sweater line, to come up with a sweater line that was inspired by my book and the show and living with Ye and choosing Ye.
Yeah.
So we came up with this like cashmere cotton blend. There's an orange hoodie with a big lightning bolt. When you put the hood up, it says fully charged. You're getting one. And I wear that in the next, I think it's the next episode. I wear that in the 5th episode. It was really just this moment of like, they made the star sweater for me. I wanted like uniquely me clothing. Like I just couldn't go to the, to the mall and find something.
And it looks comfortable.
Yeah, this is so, and the tags are, it's my book, the tags are a bookmark.
Look at you. Oh my goodness.
It makes me so happy.
It's amazing. Oh my goodness. And by the way, now, how many episodes are in the first season?
6 episodes. So there'll be 6 episodes in this first group. So,
and they're all filmed in Kansas City, right?
Yeah. So and this was a big learning curve for me. There's Kansas City, Kansas, and there's Kansas City, Missouri. We filmed in both Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri. I have to be like, are we in Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri today? Like I was always asking where we were because it was very confusing. But I finally started to get it down. But we filmed within that area. Kansas City right now is super buzzy thanks to like Travis Kelce and the
Taylor
Chiefs.
Swift.
Taylor Swift. Everyone there has a Taylor Swift sighting or story. And so that's where we decided to film season 2. And then we'll probably travel around the country for subsequent episodes. But it was really fun to have that Kansas City as a home base. I have a lot of friends in Kansas City now, which is really fun.
Oh my goodness. So where would you like to go next? Where would you like to take the show next? If it's picked back up again, which I hope so.
I hope somewhere warm. We filmed a bit in the winter and I would have to be like outside in the bitter cold doing the pickups, which the pickups like, after a scene happens, you have to go outside and like talk to camera to sort of recap the emotions of what just happened. Right. And I'd be like, freezing because like you can't wear your coat because you didn't have your coat in the other scene and it's not supposed to be winter, so like you're like, and I would be like go and like try to get it in one take because I was freezing. So I think it would be kind of nice to be somewhere warm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ish.
On a tropical island,
or like Palm Beach. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Palm Beach would be good. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, you're having such a fun time, and obviously the people that you're surprising are having the best time, the perfect day. It's such a good show, a good concept. And by the way, how long did it take to prepare, to have this show like in the works before you guys started filming it? Like, did you come up with the idea, the concept?
It's pretty well. So I'm also a producer on the show, and I don't know if it's because I'm like bossy and hands-on
No.
or because I have good ideas.
You have good ideas, Meaghan.
I think it's because I have good ideas now. Yeah, but I was very, very involved, like involved in casting, involved in the show development, involved in like because for me, it was like I really wanted to feel like I authentically connected with the people and that I was telling like a very compelling story that the surprises we're going to make good television, but we're also going to have an impact beyond just the half-hour show. Like I wanted the viewer to learn something, to have some bit of takeaway, to feel inspired or learn something, and then for the people to have lasting value, right? Like I really wanted it to be meaningful, and so that was very important to me. So I put a lot of time and effort into getting to know the people behind the scenes, interviewing friends and family and bosses, doing our research, reading articles, watching any kind of clips or anything we could about their charities or their whatever, just to make sure like what we were doing was impactful and meaningful.
Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. And, I assume that you keep in touch with everyone that you filmed,
Yeah.
obviously, in season one.
Yeah. And
That's
it's like fun to have all these new friends.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
the
just,
best.
and it's like Carla's husband passed right after the show aired, and it was
Yeah.
like we all felt that, right? I mean, these people become like family. You are in their lives. Little secret is it takes 2 days to film one day. It's their perfect day, but we film over the course of 2 days, just because it's almost impossible to pack
Get it
that much.
all done in one day, right? Yeah. I mean, I did wonder that when I was watching. I'm like, did they get this done all in a day? I'm like, but yeah, I mean, 2 days. 2 days of your perfect day?
Which is so tricky because it would be like I would go to bed and it'd be like, do not eat barbecue tonight because you'll be puffy. Like, don't get a zit because like you're not supposed to have a zit. Like you didn't have one yesterday. So
Like-
I was like, okay, I hope I wake up exactly the same.
Like, oh my God, I'm going to have to really watch what I eat too. I mean, I'm the same way with stuff like that. I'm like, 2 days later, I'm like, do I look bigger now? Or what's
and
going
it would
on?
be like I wanted to like burn my clothes by the end of an episode because I'm like, oh my God, I can't wear these pants again. Like I'm so sick of these jeans.
Like having to wear the same thing over and over. Like if I don't know why I'm so funny about this, but like if I've been outside for 20, 25 minutes, I have to come put on cologne inside because I feel like I smell like the outdoors. And I'm like, I don't like
But
that.
that was the thing. And I'm like staying in hotels. So like I'm at a dog shelter all day, like,
Oh.
and then I have to like put those clothes back on the next day.
You're like, can I just throw them in the washing machine? Or something like just for me to.
That was I was like, I do not want to get dressed again. But you just like I had no choice.
Well, I'm loving the show. I hope everyone else is as well. Meaghan Murphy, thank you so much for coming on the show. Be sure to shop Meaghan's line of apparel and also purchase her book, Your Fully Charged Life, by visiting her website, meaghanbmurphy.com, and check out new episodes of her show, My Perfect Day, airing new episodes every Thursday on the Very Local app. Meaghan, you have a yay day, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you, Noah.